Okay, it says I'm live. Good morning. I see that Lauren's already here in the chat. This is so exciting. I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. Cannot believe it's been a month since we've seen each other. This has been the longest month of all time. What's good? What is new? How are you? Genuinely, how is your heart? The sun is shining in Colorado today. I'm having a pretty good week. But I know our hearts have been heavy as well. The best of times, the worst of times over here. So today we're back. It's First Friday. Good morning, Amber. I'm Tori Rarick. I'm the creator of the Follow Your Heart Oracle deck, which is the deck that we'll be pulling from today. We're going to do a collective read for the month ahead. And then if anyone wants to hang out for a bit longer and they put it in the chat, we'll do individual card pulls on the house. Just getting a quick message. Love me some symbolism. There's so many here already. We're starting strong. Good morning, Laura. And that's what we're here to do. But I'll just let people filter in a little bit. Get your water using the Flow card cup. That's my personal card of the day. Actually, I pulled the Rune. It's whatever. It's been such a long month. The sun is shining in Georgia. Thank Goddess that the sun is shining. I also invite you to grab a notebook today. It's not mandatory, but Mercury in Pisces is what I'm hearing from the astrologer Chani, who I follow pretty dearly. And there's a new assignment I have regarding the symbols we pulled today, since it seems that words might not be the communication that is on point, and rather we're shifting into a more dreamy like way of communicating, and maybe like imagery based. So what's good? Let's check in on books. What are y'all reading? Because I finally finished When God Was a Woman. It blew me out of the water. It just feels like such an essential read for those of us who love the goddess traditions and are dreaming a new world, and remembering that this patriarchy is not the way that it's always been. And there are other ways of living. So I finished that, which was juicy and good. And I really loved chapter 10. The second to last chapter really got into putting together the serpent symbolism of the goddess and Eve, and how that whole thing has been misconstrued, okay. So what I'm onto right now, this was like just such a synchro magic find. The Litany of the Great River by Meinrad Craighead. I had never heard of this author and artist. She's the artist. This is such a mystical book. And she has a series on YouTube. She's since passed, but it's called Praying with Images. So coming off of When God Was a Woman, and like discovering, not having known this trailblazer, was just such a gift. I am so inspired by the the plethora of women who have dedicated their lives to the mystery and to like bringing this information forward, and discovering new ones all the time gives me hope, because it's like, okay, there's a lot of us out there, and there are a lot of women who have led the way. So anyway, I'll let you know how this goes. And then from all my book hauls, I'm like, I need to start getting through my books that I've been hauling. So Botany of Desire by Michael Pollan. It's aligned with some of the teachings I have going on in the year ahead. So I'm going to see what y'all saying, and then we'll jump into the read and we can catch up a little more in a bit. So, okay, Lauren's heart is flowy and feeling well. I imagine this with the Canna Bliss podcast. Oh my gosh, sparkly opening sound. That is such a throwback. I was literally just talking to Amber about that podcast. It lives here on YouTube. If you didn't know, I used to have a cannabis podcast. And I was like, I don't know if anyone even cares about it. I'm just yapping about it like it's of the past. And here you are literally bringing it up right now. I know I did like that little magic sound. That's so cute. Okay. Amber's going to start birthing from within. That sounds interesting. Haven't heard of it. Send it over. Definitely got these clips for Christmas, like all colors. Guess who's been wearing them? It's me. Hey, Jules. Good morning. I'm so glad you're here. So let's all take a sit, and I'll settle down, and let's pull our cards. let's get our collective message going. As I sort of mentioned, there's just this big theme of dreaminess, of dream time, of possibility, of really utilizing our imaginations for good, for bringing in this new world. This is a crazy ass time. It's chaotic. And it's like so tower card in the tarot. I couldn't be more grateful because it's like, this is not sustainable. And because it's not sustainable, we need to figure out what's going to come in, what's going to come forth on the personal level, on the macro level, in our communities, etc. And dreaming is the place to do that. And my friend Nyasha is such a great leader of dreaming. And so I thank her for that. And I shout her out. Winter is a time of dreaming. Things are dormant. The earth is sleeping. And we're in that deep winter. But of course, we had Imbolc. And so the sun is returning. We know that. But even then, in all these Aquarius times, this influence of community and of our technology improvements and what that means is here. And then we're going to drift right into Pisces season, which is a watery ass, dreamy ass, very like, I'm going to say sultry, but I don't know that's the word. But really, yeah, like lived in ethereal type. Wow, there's a lot of you here. Hey, sign. So like there's going to be dreaming. We're going to be imagining. We're going to be building this new world. So I love symbolism for that reason. Like when we literally lay our heads down at night, what are we able to pull from in the morning? What we saw, the symbols that we saw. And that's why something like Oracle is so important in these times. Knowing how to read the signs and symbols is important to follow the omens. So let's see what we have in store for the month ahead. Okay, we just came off of the full moon. We just came off of Imbolc. And we're looking for direction, for clarity, for support, for ways to bring love into the equation. What is our 3-card message for the collective, for the friends here today, for the friends on the replay? This subgroup of people who love to sparkle and shine and bring their light into the world. What's our message? How can we carry on? How can we move forward in integrity and in love? Let's get it. Good morning, Katie. Take your breaths. We're going with the 4th card in. Oh, I saw one there. And for the final. I'm looking at the pine tree out the window, bringing some pine energy. All right. Y'all, we be with this. Full circle. Return. We went ahead, stepping right into that horse year. Yep, that Lunar New Year. Good. And rhythm. Now, there's a lot of power here. I would sum this up with the word power. Power from the depths, from the below, from the underground. Power from movement, from momentum, from the strength of this animal friend. And power from our ancestors, power from our lineage, power from music, power from movement. So let's remember power. Would someone just like type power in the chat in capitals and just like, maybe I'll pin it. That's what we're on. We're not on a power trip, but we're learning what that looks like on the outside, what people have done with power and how it's just like not really working. And we're going to need to learn how to wield that responsibly. So let us cultivate our power internally in our personal lives, our power here as this group. We have so many different groups that we're reaching. So let's dream about power and how we're going to integrate that and how we're going to use that in a healthy way. So the full circle card, each of my cards are associated with one of the 7 major chakras or shadow work. So let's do that breakdown. Thank you, friends, for typing power. Yeah, we're claiming it. We've done full circle on these types of calls before. So this is from the underground. This is from the shadow portal. There's no getting around it. We need to look and reflect back on what is, on what's not working, on what is hideous, on what we want to hide, what we want to sweep under the rug, in order to actually churn that, compost that into something that's beautiful and bloom worthy and nourishing and providing. And the full circle card, it depicts the 4 seasons. So returning to the earth mother, entering the earth is a sign that's literally on my vision board right now. Singing to mother, returning to mother. And the number 4 is important here. We have stability. Number 4, 4. Also type that, literally 4. So we have the 4 seasons with these 4 dots in the center, depicting keeping your center even when everything around you is changing, which is like so right now. We have 4 depicted on the take direction card as the 4 directions, as if this is a compass. And we have 4 beats, like 4 time. If you're a musical person, on the rhythm card. So it's really about these foundations. As much as we're dreaming, and we won't become untethered. We have the structure and the like support and the anchor to dream and to go really far out here, because our being and our body and our purpose is so rooted. Are you with me? Are you with me now? Okay, so let's continue. Take direction. I have a bit of a deep dive on this actually recently on my shorts and on my Instagram, because year of the horse. Hello. So what we can pull from that is, again, momentum, strength. The horse is such a strong creature, and we have been cultivating relationship with horse for eons. It's very big in Norse mythology. Actually, both of these, when I translate these cards to runes in the Elder Futhark, both of them have to do with relationship with the horse. More on that later. That was a little segue. But yeah, so horse, we think lucky, we think power, we think freedom. This is associated with the throat chakra. So I really mean it when I say sing. Be singing. That's one of the primary ways that I get through my day and through weird energy, is to sing. And that was, sort of taught to me by a sister, Eliza, who I want to shout out, because the music video I edited on her behalf for We Are Sophia is now live on YouTube. I will link it in the down bar. Please go watch. It's a beautiful prayer of the lineage of Sophia. But yeah, really sing. That's how we got to practice using these voices in all different capacities. And one of the most sort of like loving things we can do is sing. Okay, but choose your direction. This is all about overwhelm. And when you're feeling overwhelmed, and what to do is to make a choice and have power in your choice and to move forward, knowing that clarity will come. There's no right or wrong, but you can choose again. So then the rhythm card, the rhythm, this is of the root chakra. And so that's our base chakra. It's all about survival or thrival. It's about safety. It is about foundations. It's about what makes you feel secure. And a lot of that has to do with family, right? Our upbringings, the foundation that we are able to build upon. So really noticing what is available for you, or building what has not been available for you. And there's, again, power in this beat, in this rhythm, in this heart that continues moving, continues beating. And women, I know there's mostly women on the call. This is like really reclaiming. This is a reclaiming ass spread, because we used to be the drummers. We used to be the ritual keepers. We used to be the time keepers, etc. We know when it's time to move, when it's time to do something new. And this card is all about movement as medicine and music as medicine. So really tapping into these ritual rites and very like pagan ways of being to connect with the earth and connect with the power of the earth. And then once again, learning how to channel that. So that's my big yap. And I'm going to see what y'all are saying. Okay, so we've established power here. And Katie says, I love you, and she loves us all. And Julia just had a feeling take direction would come through. And we're claiming 444, and we're matching with this, and it's beautiful. Hey, Anna, I'm so glad you're here. So this, again, feels like magic happening in real time. What a connection. Love you all. Yes, we are doing this. We got this. Oh my God, I was just listening to this song this morning that I just discovered. It's called I Want to Spiral. Maybe I'll put that in the chat too. Remind me, chat notes. Okay. Cute. So yeah, so some of the like very blatant symbolism to be following here is definitely the color blue. We have these deep blues, the spiral and or the circle. Healing isn't linear. We walk this path and we walk it again, and it's the meditation of that, and it is a little bit like daunting or like can be disheartening to be like again, but that is the monotony of life, and we learn to walk it better or differently each time. The horseshoe, the horse is going to be coming up for us, so let us continue talking about that. But maybe lucky horseshoe, maybe the compass, maybe these like dots are speaking to you from these two. And then there's something in this that I haven't mentioned, but Sacred Rage always comes up with this card, and really harnessing that emotion that makes us want to do something. So there's so much momentum here. So you might see red or drumming as well. Horses also spend a lot of time eating grass. They take care of themselves in that way. And it makes me think of caring for ourselves so we can be strong. Okay, I love that, Julia. What can you do to nourish yourself? Power. So if we're thinking about power, that's like another way of saying fuel. How are we fueling ourselves for this long haul? This resonates so deeply for Katie. Good. Lucky horseshoes. That's so beautiful. Thank you, friends. That's really fun. So my assignment at the top of the call is like, get a notebook. If you don't have it, that's okay. But I would love to assign y'all something. I think because Mercury's in Pisces, and in Chani's words, we've lost access to clear interactions and easeful interactions. And we're more in like a poetic phase. Like, see what art you can make with these symbols and see where they show up for you and see if they actually penetrate your dream time. I'm very curious about that. So maybe choose a favorite, or if you can incorporate them all. Oh my gosh, Nyasha's here. Shout out. I have already shouted you out, girl. Love you. We are getting into the dreamy aspects of life here. So yes, make art with these symbols. That's my charge to you. See what you can do to create your own play on these images. And before we transition into the personal pulls, I do want to grab my Rune notebook so that I can speak to that relationship a little bit more. Okay, so some of you might know, this is more of like a personal project. It's not quite like out there professionally because I'm still working very potently with my own lineage, Norse heritage, and like discovering the mystery of the runes, which is really deep. Good morning, Kimberly. So glad you've returned. So believe it or not, there's 24 cards in my deck, and unbeknownst to me at the time, as I was channeling them, I came to discover that oh, can everyone give me a like? Thanks. That there's 24 runes in the Elder Futhark. So synchro of all times. And I just want to maybe mention that two of the cards that came up today are connected with the horse as far as my translation. So let's start with this. Raidho. I don't know the pronunciation. I'm still learning. Thank you. Raidho connects with take direction. Some of the notes I have on this, the translation is R, the letter R as in ride. Journey, riding, wheel. It's about travel and mobility, about movement, about rhythm, about journey. So this rune revolves around horses, specifically transportation by horse. And you can see it's that R. The wagon or the chariot. And this pertains to cycles and rhythms. Okay, we've really done a thing here today. It's about the responsibility of carrying yourself justly. It's a manifestation rune, which really connects with the fourth the fifth chakra, the throat chakra. It's about bringing order to chaos. So I love the trajectory of those two, or that as well, let me say, because if we are looking at this more chronologically, sometimes I kind of see this card is coming first, this one is meeting us in the middle, and then this one is wrapping up a cycle. This card can bring some chaos. And then if we're talking Raidho, this is bringing that order. We're learning what to do with that chaos. And then maybe we're making music. Okay, so the Norse valued community. This rune also refers to the movement of organizations. I love that so much. How one moves from within the organization. And when I talk about this card, I often talk about self-organization. What can you do to find clarity in yourself so when you go out into the world, you know how to operate? So Raidho is the blessed journey. You inscribe it on a vehicle or luggage when you're traveling. Okay, so let's move on to a quick note about the rhythm translation, which I see as this rune, Ehwaz. It's kind of like, looks like an M, but on its side, it's an E as an equal. Translation, horse. Keywords, partnership, trust, loyalty, cooperation, and motion. Ehwaz is the rune of the horse. It represents working in tandem, the relationship between horse and rider. It's a symbol of two or more entities coming together and creating a union that's beneficial to both. There's a mutual respect with the horse and the rider. They're stronger together. It reminds us about boundaries and setting our limits clearly. It's also about like kind of that idea of like really riding on someone or riding on yourself. Like, take it easy. Don't be going off too much. Okay. Love yourself. Be easy on yourself. And also don't let yourself be downtrodden by someone. So this is, this one connects with the rune of motion and change. It's closely tied to Raidho, the chariot, enforces our journey over the unknown terrain. Amen. And let me finish with this. It also talks about the concept of Fylgja, Fylgja, translates as follower. It's a helper spirit. So Odin, Allfather Odin, he has an 8-legged horse, and that helps him travel the world tree. So anyway, that's a little lore for you. Nobody asked. That's what I do in my free time. All right, angels. So that was really fun. This is so gorgeous. I'm so excited for us. This is time to dream. This is time to harness power. This is time to stabilize. 444. Keep your anchor here. This is how we anchor so we can go farther in our dreaming. Remember that. I would love to see your art too. If you feel like you want to share that with me, if it's a private message or an email, or you post it, would love to see. So I'm going to catch up on the messages, but feel free to drop in the chat if you want a personal card pull, and I will do my best to get through them. So Katie feels giddy. Me too. Giddy up. Lauren is so excited to see what I can make channeling this spread. Such a dreamy time. We've really done a thing here today. Yep. You are not alone. Giving 2 of baskets. Yes. Okay. So Nyasha has a tarot deck, the Black Tarot. And the deck that I primarily use, I can see the image of the tarot. 2 of Pentacles. Choice. Yes. Okay. So Julie's in love. Same. Amber's in love. We love the myths and lore and live in that space. Me too. Okay. So people are ready for readings. Let's do some personals. Let me adjust. Let's take a sip of water. I'm going to adjust. I don't have any ritual items out. So I'm just going to like kind of channel a white light of selenite. Since I don't have it with me, to kind of cleanse, keep clear. And that's just a through line that I didn't mention, but it kind of goes without saying, but let us keep our clear channels. I'm thinking like ether of the throat, putting our energy, going to the earth to transmute and compost, like really developing that relationship with her as protection. Shout out my protection class if you want more information on that. So let's do Laura first. She has a white heart, white light surrounding Laura, our connection here, our special container. What is a message that can carry Laura through February, through this month? Harmony. Halo up, babes. Be with your angelic and ancestral guides. Invite a bit of levity into your life. Be prayerful. Really, you are traversing out into the collective consciousness here. Did you have this last month? This intersection, it's about intersectionality. It's really about bringing these different circles and groups together, whether they're groups in your life or different forms and ways of being. It's not far off, especially with the full circle card. And the circle of that is there an integration of a part of darkness that you can harness and put together here. I will put in the chat and the replay, I will pin the guidebook PDF so that you can look at the additional messaging of each card and see if there's some symbolism that comes up for you. Okay, pin. In addition to this. So this is really about prayer, and there's a journaling practice with this about meeting 3 different parts of yourselves or versions or archetypes and hearing what they have to share with you. Okay. Katie's ready. Katie has done amazing somatic embodied work this month. I know her personally, and I'm so proud of her. And what is your message? All right, you two pair up. I want Katie and Laura to pair up. So we're with this. It's the integration. I know you've been grinding, and so you've been so in the body, and that's been beautiful. And how can you move forward with all of you, with your wholeness, with not leaving anything and anyone behind? All of a sudden, I'm like seeing the Celtic knot of this, like kind of that trifecta there. You could think of this as mind, body, spirit, past, present, future. Is there a specific ancestor you'd like to call on, a specific angel that you'd like to do work with? Perhaps look into that. Nyasha. Don't tell me. So don't tell me it's the harmony card. But we're sticking with the crown chakra. So the harmony card is of the crown chakra, and so is Journey to Joy. And I know purple is one of your colors, babe. And so this is depicting a GPS, the GPS, your heart as your guide. This is about, of course, stepping into joy, but it's not always possible. So if joy is not possible, what can you do? Presence. Being extremely present with what is at the time. This is an inner child work card. This is a paradox card, best of times, worst of times. Shout out to the beginning of the call. Just leaning into the expanse and the polarity of what is, knowing that is capacity building. Okay, so this is leading into the delights and daily pleasures of life. All right, we are here with Lauren and Julia, and then I think that's it. Okay. Oh yeah, you guys, I will be done. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, good. Yeah, something new. So for Lauren, who is like so ready to be here today, I'm just gonna feel into it. What? I'm like, tell me when. Spirit, tell me when. Okay, that was it. Fave, Sissy. This is integration in like a different way, right? This is weaving. This is skillful weaving. We have a number 6, if you'd like to lean into that, which, you know, on the even number train, kind of that stable force. And 6 is a number of harmony. It's a number of beauty. It's actually within the shadows, you're able to excavate more of that. And as kind of like paradoxical as that is, like going into the dark and the deep, you will find so much beauty there. You will find so much strength. You will find so much power in the connectedness of your being. This is all about mirror work. This is about really looking at yourself, really looking at what you participate in, and Witnessing, being a loving witness. That's a place to start. And of course, facing your fears. Big protection work here. Possibly a protection class. Okay. Who else? We have Jules. Let's do Julia. Okay, Julia. Julie Patchouli. What is good for Julia? Golden thread. More weaving to be done. Braiding your personal power into all that you do. Sharing your magic at the level of the solar plexus, at the level of confidence. Creating, putting things out into the world, being front facing, sharing your story, going towards what sparks and lights you up, leaning into that Aries side of you. Do whatever your Aries side says. Golden thread. Making a beautiful tapestry of your life, like really looking over everything and saying, what direction do I want to go now? How do I want to keep this thread weaving and going? Okay. Katie's here for the myth and the lore. We are all lights. Our ancestors are proud of us all. It's true. Hey, soul. Hey, bumblebee princess. Giving thanks. Okay, Katie's feeling peace and calm and divine guidance. Okay, Kimberly's ready for a poll. Kimberly will be our last poll and we will wrap up. I have some extra things to share with you at the very end, so please stick around. Thank you for being here. Okay, for Kimberly, what is a message of support? What to do? There's too many. Kimberly, that's a whole spread. If you need a whole spread, hit me up. Hit me up for a virtual appointment. But let's get one card, one clear, illuminating message. Okay. Kimberly. Wow, you might rhythm. Double down on this rhythm. Double down on your lineage support. Double down on making sound, making music. Check in with that sacred rage. Reprogram with music. It has the power to do that. Nourish yourself. Nourish your body. At the very base level, we're a deep winter. Increase your vitality with what you're eating, how you're moving. Keep up that physical health. That is for Kimberly. Thank you. Okay, Lauren says this really resonates in a way she can't explain and express with words, but so real. Exactly. Make art about it. We can't do the words. I understand. Okay, yes, Nyasha loves golden thread. You two pair up. I love that. If only I was a teacher. Okay. So scary and real in a good way. I love that. That's I was speaking with someone about symbolism and how I work with symbolism. She was a therapist and she was like really inquiring about it. And I think it's just such a helpful tool. And that's how I let her know it was time for me to do some deep shadow work. It was like the signs were signing, but there was a little spook to them. I wasn't scared, but I just knew it was time to like really go there and really lock in. So thank you everyone for being here. I put the PDF in the chat. So please look at these symbols in a deeper way, even the ones that we pulled as a collective, and make art with them this month. See if you can access these symbols in a way that words would not, because we can only do so much with that. That's your assignment. Create art. I have individual readings available. If you're far away, we could do a video appointment. I'll put that link down. If you're local, I have so many events coming up starting tomorrow. I'll be at Electric Cherry in Arvada, and I have events scheduled all the way through October. So please check my events page. I've been working really hard on it and would love to see you this year. Pick a date, pick an event you're interested in, and let's connect. Let's keep this going. We have a potency here. And I think that's it. I'm going to put this replay up. So please share it with a friend if you think that they would enjoy this message or you want to work together, because power is being together. So like, let's pick a partner and really work through these themes together. Please and thank you. And we're going to do this again next month. Every first Friday, we do this type of event. You can sign up for my email list if you do not want to miss a blog or an announcement. I've just released 2 new blogs, one on becoming Crone. I know I'm only 30, but I'm working on it. And just Oracle for every event. I've been blogging. So sign up for my email list. You will not miss an announcement or an event. And we will see you in March 6th, 10 o'clock Mountain Time. I love you. Bliss be with you. Okay. For Bumblebee Princess, one more card. And let's use this card to sign off. This is for Bumblebee Princess, dedicated. All right. Oh, I did not expect this. Deep into creation. This connects with the rune Uruz. I see a uterus, but some people, like the rune Uruz is about the cow, like the sacred cosmic cow. And you can see the cosmicness of this card as well. So as much as this is a sacral space card, what's inside of us? What's inside of our womb space? An entire universe. So this is kind of that macro, micro, cosmicality of everything and what you create. And this is an invitation to go deep, to go all the way inside and be internal. You don't have to stay there, but it's really requiring that you like shut everything out to go so deep within your womb that you are able to really listen. Listen. The grandmother song. That's for Bumblebee Princess. Okay, one more for my new sub. Yes, goddess, you got it. Then I do have to log off, babes. I'm so sorry, but I love you. And there's so many ways to connect and find me. Look at my site, check out my YouTube page, share with your friends. I really appreciate the web. Okay, one more for Leonara. Okay, here we go. One final. Oh, warrior. Okay. The warrior card connects with the root chakra as well. The color red gives it away. And what I love about the specific symbol of the shield is it's like, it's our armor. It's all about our protection. Of course, I'm talking spiritual and like psychic protection. But the shield, when you think about it, they were emblems. You put your emblem of your clan on there. You're like who you represent, who you ride for, who you die for. So it's really about authenticity and going out authentic, like going all in on being yourself, because your authenticity is its own protection mechanism. When you're real, you're not people pleasing. That kind of does some of the filtering work for you about who should be in your circle and who should not. So that is for you, the warrior card. And check out the pinned link to see the guidebook message of this for some deeper symbolism. I didn't expect that card because you left that green emoji. So I really thought that the cannabis card was going to come up. I thought prosperity would come up. So I was a little thrown by that. Okay, goddesses, I love you. Thank you for being here. I hope to see you next month. I hope to find you on different platforms. And really, for those of you in Colorado, I hope to see you soon. Bliss be with you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Mwah. Bye.